Are you interested in Beyblade X but are locked behind Hasbro products? What's up guys, 360 Beyblade here, and a couple months ago I made a video titled The Best Bays You Should Buy in 2025. That video covered all the best Hasbro products available in March 2025. Well, since then, Hasbro has given us a bunch of new products to look out for in stores, which means it's time for an update to that video to see what new Beyblade X products you should be keeping your eyes out for, as of now, summer 2025. So with all that out of the way, let's take a look at these new Hasbro Beyblade X products and see what the next chapter of your Beyblade X journey has in store. Starting with the new section, we have honorable mentions. These are here because the products listed here have been released before, just with different combos. So if you already have them, you don't need them, but they're still a good deal. In the honorable mentions section, the two bays to consider are the green Wand Wizard and the silver and blue Soar Phoenix. Like I said, these bays have been released before. However, the part selection on these bays with Hexa, Rush, 160, and even the blades being must-have staples, these products are a great buy for any competitive blader trying to stay on a budget, or just getting into the hobby. Best of luck finding them though, because they get scooped up pretty quick. Now that the honorable mentions are out of the way, we can move on to the update to each different bay type, and it's important to know that there is no one bay that rules overall. So it's best to pick out what bay type you like best, and then apply the appropriate update to your bay preference. Don't want to waste your hard-earned money on the wrong bay because this attack type doesn't scratch your stamina type itch, and vice versa. When it comes to the update to attack types, this update is relatively short, as you should be looking for Courage Dran, Saber Samurai, and that's really it. Definitely surprising, but as of this summer, there aren't really any new attack type starters. Big emphasis here, besides these that are somewhat necessary to pick up, at least in my opinion. Their attack power is good, although the best attack types from the March video are still really solid purchases here too. So at least for you attack type fans out there, your wallet shouldn't be hurting as much this time around. Now when it comes to the defense type update, they've got some big upgrades this time around, which means I don't owe the defense type fans an apology. Going from one good blade available in March, you guys this summer get not one, not two, but three, yes, three new bays that are a must-have for your arsenal. Crest Leone, Obsidian Shell, and Perseus Dark. These bays are definitely a big upgrade to the defense types since they actually can defend against opposing attacks, and the dot bit from Obsidian Shell has seen some competitive use once worn down. Talk about a comeback. It only took a couple years, but defense types, you're finally on the board. Moving on to the stamina type update, this update is just as big as its list in March. You guys might have wanted a break, but unfortunately there are some more bays that you need to look out for. So when it comes to this summer's releases, the best stamina types to add to your arsenal are going to be Arc Wizard, Sterling Wolf, if you can find it, and Gill Shark. Just like attack types, when it comes to good stamina types, a majority of them were released back in March. But unlike attack types, these bays are must-have pickups too, giving you access to parts like 455, one of the shortest Beyblade X ratchets, Low Orb, a shorter version of the good Orb bit, the Sterling Wolf Blade, which is good for defense combos, Free Ball, and with Gill Shark, you get to experience the Shelter Drake Blade before Shelter Drake gets its Hasbro release. So happy hunting for these bays, guys, especially for Sterling Wolf. And rounding off the 4 bay types, we have the balance type update, which, just like in March, has a grand total of 4 new bays to look out for in stores. So keep your eyes peeled for Hammer Incendio, Reaper Incendio, Tide Whale, and Pearl Tiger. With the part selection these bays have from Hexa, Elevate, Unite, and even the Kick Bit, these bay parts are solid once again, just like back in March, and are a must-have for any balance type fans out there. As an added bonus, if you're looking to make your Cobalt Dragoon combo busted, Dragoon on Elevate has finally been unlocked for Hasbro, so do with that info what you will. One more thing to note though is Hammer Incendio. In the past, it had a lot of attention due to its added error dual spin capabilities. Well, I hate to burst the bubble on this balance type hype train, but when it comes to the Hasbro release of this bay, it is unable to use this dual spin feature. The mold has been fixed, so dual spin is no longer there. Kind of a letdown, but it makes sense. Can't have balance types getting too overpowered. But this bay is still a good pickup for the Hexa bit, thus concluding the updated 4 bay types. Now I'm sure you've noticed that in every Beyblade type update, I said the best bays to pick up for each type includes the CX bay for those types. Now the reason behind this is mainly because Beyblade CX is fairly new, and is still in its testing phase for Hasbro, meaning no competitive CX combos have been discovered, yet. I've said it before and I'll say it again, Beyblade CX is not bad, but it's not perfect either, so with that, these products should be fairly common to find. Except for Reaper Incendio. Those random booster prize bays always seem to be a struggle to find. Even so, better to scoop them up now than when they eventually become meta relevant. And if you're interested in picking up any of the latest CX bays or any bays not mentioned in this video, then I highly recommend you check out my friends at Mall of Toys. They have a ton of great BX, UX, and CX bays available at some of the best prices on the market. So check them out using the link in the description below. And use code 360Beyblade at checkout to save 5% off your purchase. Thanks, Mall of Toys! Moving on from the bays, when it comes to what new stadiums to get, you might recall in the last video I mentioned a new stadium was coming out in the near future. Well, that future is now. Well, not exactly. While it is true that Beyblade X has a new stadium for summer 2025, I've talked about this stadium a lot in the past, and still believe you would be better off getting the stadiums mentioned in my previous video instead of this one. This is mainly because, aside from the bays it comes with being Impact Drake and Hover Wyvern, this stadium here is mainly a ginormous gimmick that includes Impact Drake and what seems to be a rogue bay in Hover Wyvern, from what I've seen. It's definitely not a stadium for me. If you really want this though, get it. I'm not going to stop you. But a little piece of advice, if you really want the bays such as Impact Drake that bad, buy the Japanese one instead, and buy Hover Wyvern secondhand. It's cheaper this way as the Japanese Impact Drake costs roughly $30, including a string launcher, and Hover Wyvern will most likely not cost too much, as opposed to this stadium set costing $50? Are you kidding me? Sorry about that. $50 though is a little steep for this set. I mean, for that price you could get a regular Beyblade X Stadium or just one that has a good extreme line. So definitely wait for this to go on sale, at least to get your money's worth. And rounding off this update comes Hasbro's new launchers, which if you saw the attack type update, you probably know what launcher you should be looking out for. That is of course the Beyblade X Victory Grip launcher included with Saber Samurai. Definitely a shock that we got this randomly, but I'm not complaining. In terms of ripcord launchers, this is probably the best one available on the market, as it has a slightly longer ripcord, which means more power, and this launcher also has an actual handle on it compared to other Hasbro launchers. You'd be surprised how much of a difference that makes. It's also quite shocking that Hasbro still hasn't released any launcher grips yet outside of this one. But hey, we'll take what we can get. There's still plenty of products Hasbro has yet to release. Battle Pass anyone? So that concludes this update to the best bays you should buy in summer 2025. Now assuming you guys are watching this video first and you haven't bought any Beyblade X products, if you were to start your Beyblade X journey here with what's just in this video, it would cost you on average about $30 to $75. Definitely a good chunk of change depending on what you get. So that's gonna do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, be sure to like and subscribe, check out one of these 2 videos here, and until next time, this is 360 Beyblade, and I'll see you guys later.